Them other lanes, Hakeem is where it's at. Bring that old school feeling like Marvin and J. Black. Coffee shop love, I love my girls black. Hood with attitude, she quick to throw it back. She ain't scared to fight, she swing when they attack. Sundress up in the summer, look like a snack. My homeboy told me, damn, she got back. Flashback, I've been in love since jumping jacks. Flashback, I've been in love since jumping jacks. Cause it's the Love Jones things in the 90s. Things poetic love, if you know what I mean. Grooving on the feelings, so serene. We just all kings and queens.
Cause it's a Love Jones thing in the 90s scene. Poetic love, if you know what I mean. Yeah, grooving on the feelings, so serene. We just all kings and queens. I'm living single, but my life ain't a sitcom. I want that love like a 90s R&B song. Love is stronger than pride, that's what I be on. And I cherish the day, I got a reason. And you gotta bump this in your need some. As I walk on by just like Dion. But I'm Whitley, looking for my Dwayne Wayne. It's a different world, but it all look the same. So Riri, I got love on the brain. And I'm trying to find my ASAP Rocky Main. But until then, focus on the children. Cause we trying to build wealth and buy buildings with high ceilings, feeling like a million. Just chilling, loving and healing. No heroes, no villains. So nostalgic, that's what it's giving.
Cause it's the Love Jones things in the 90s scene. Poetic love, if you know what I mean. Grooving on the feelings, so serene. We just all kings and queens. Cause it's the Love Jones things in the 90s scene. Poetic love, if you know what I mean. Grooving on the feelings, so serene. We just all kings and queens.
We just all kings and queens. We just all kings, just all. We just all kings and queens. We just all
so serene.
We just all kings and queens. We just all
so serene.
We just all, yeah. We just all, yeah. We just all, yeah. We just all,
so serene. So serene.
Yeah. It's another Jones thing.
Yes, sir. We're back, guys. We are back. Like always, guys, first thing first, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live, and also X. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Memorial Day. Jordan, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like? What is cracking like? Hakeem's running late. What's cracking like it?
Hey man, I'm feeling good, man. Glad to be here on a Monday, on a Memorial Day, Monday. You know, just being with you. Hakeem will be here in a minute, but yeah, man, just ready to get it in like we always do, man. So let's go, let's get it, let's go.
And like shout out to everybody, that serve our country. We really do greatly appreciate you guys, all the veterans, people that's out there that doing their active duties, serving American first, and that's what it's all about. Memorial Day is just not only a day for relaxation, but it's also a day of celebration of all the soldiers that tremendously work hard to make sure we are safe each and every time. So shout out to all the veterans and all the soldiers that's out there, and even women soldiers that's out there too as well. We got to get you guys salute too as well. If you guys want to cop the Cal Culture Radio merch, remember, link is pinned on top of the channel. You watch them through the mobile device. You'll see a small icon of a t-shirt or coffee mug. Click on it. It'll lead you guys right over to the merch. Also, guys, don't be afraid. Become members today, because that way you'll find members-only content. Also, that way you'll see the majority of our live stream will be on members only. So if you're not members, please become members today, because that's the best way to support the platform and also for you guys to get more in depth with us. Also, best way to support the platform, you already know, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side, and also super chat and also cash out. Don't be afraid. Support. If you're watching us on Bingo Live and also TikTok, there's gifts going around and also engagement. So guys, engage. Great week to help the planner out and to show you that you rock with us at the end of the day. Moving along to sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports news, big dog?
Yes, let's get into it. Let's talk about last night's game, which it was, as if anybody was watching, was a blowout when it comes to the OKC Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. Because as you can see, the Spurs, during the whole game, they really shut down OKC this time with a score of 103 to 82. Wemby, he had a really good game. He had 30. He had 33 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. And all the starting and three other starting five, which is De'Aaron Fox, Castle, and Vassell. They all had double-digit points and really hold OKC at 82 points. Now, this is the lowest scoring. When I was looking at this, is the lowest scoring that OKC has scored at 82 since the 2021 season. And they really shut down OKC. And with this win, they'll play tomorrow for Game 5. So we do have a clip from Wemby and also from SGA from the post game interviews. Go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we will chop it up.
Kind of mess around shooting half court shots after shoot arounds and practices. It doesn't seem like you make a whole lot of those when you're messing around. What did you think leading into that one, going into halftime?
I was just thinking shoot to score. I wasn't messing around at halftime.
Those of us who watched you kind of mess around shooting half.
What are some things you think you can do to help get Chet a little bit more involved offensively?
Yeah. I mean, Chet's an easy target to find, so probably just like find him more in the dunker or when he's spacing. Just put him in better positions to use his strengths as an offensive talent. I don't know exactly what that looks like.
What are some things you think you can do?
Yep. So the series tied 2-2. As we thought this series can go 6 or 7 games, as we have two really, really good teams going at it. So with that being said, fellas, what do you guys take on last night's game, and also how the series is going as well, tied 2-2?
I love this series. I told everybody this is one of my best series in the NBA playoffs so far. Right now, currently at this moment, I'm not too much excited about the Cavs in this game because due to the fact is, it seems like the Cavs don't even know where they're at, the lack of leadership. But this team right here, both of them going back and forth. This is what truly NBA is all about. But everybody already said it. Whoever comes out of the Western Conference Final is pretty much going to be NBA champion. I believe that so because the way they're playing and such a high level, it just show you that. Victor Wemby is someone that's his eyes is on the prize. You already know Shea's eye is always on the prize because he's trying to do a repeat. But it just shows you that these two teams are battling out, and this is what the NBA Western Conference Final is all about. I'm just sad that the Eastern Conference Final is not the same, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But I still see the Cavs winning tonight. I don't know why, but I do see the Cavs winning tonight. And I don't know. I think James Harden's going to step it up, and it's going to probably that game might be shocking. It doesn't surprise me if they go to Game 7 with the Eastern. But these two guys here, Wemby, he's the truth, man. He's the truth.
So Ron, you said 100%, but I want to come at it from a different point of view. There's been many big guys in the league like Wemby. His wingspan, his height, but his athletic ability surpassed none. 33 points, the assists, and all that. I told y'all these guys are going to beat OKC. We already know what OKC can do. Yes, Shaq Alexander, he is a good shooter. He is a good motivator. But I told you that his skills is only masked around the team members he has. Wemby is perfect on his own. And I see this coming. Look at what they did yesterday, 33 points. But as far as the Cavs and the Knicks, you just need to be honest. This is the most sorriest Eastern Conference Finals I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And I live in the East. There's no really good players now. And we're just taking it what it is. So, you know what I mean? I see San Antonio championship all the way, Greg Popovich.
Yeah, I definitely watched this game last night. It's when it comes to the San Antonio, they definitely stepped up their defense, not just from Wemby, but also their perimeter play of not having SGA get fouled a lot because he only got fouled maybe 2 or 3 times, and he really didn't get to the free throw line, which SGA is really good of getting fouls from the refs. And last night he wasn't getting none of that, and the refs was kind of not giving him the calls or giving him the calls. And also OKC offense, they was definitely not hitting. This is probably one of the worst offensive games OKC ever had in a long time, of them scoring 82 points, because OKC, you would never see them all together. You never see them even score. You'll see them score at the minimum 100 points. But have San Antonio hold OKC at 82 points, it just shows how a great of a team that San Antonio is to get OKC. And I believe, and San Antonio really believe that they can beat OKC, even though they're the OKC, the defending champs. San Antonio really believe they can hold them down and win, and possibly win this series. But like I said, I think OKC, they had a terrible shooting straw. I think the next game they'll be at home. They'll definitely match up. They'll match up again against San Antonio. This is definitely the best 2 defensive teams in the NBA right now. Battle at it right now. I still think that this go 7 games, and we're gonna see a lot of good stuff coming in the series. And for tonight's game, the Knicks and the Cavaliers, it looks like a sweep tonight, fellas, in that game. I think that's definitely gonna be a sweep, and then that's the case. The New York Knicks, they're gonna have about 8-9 days off because the finals will start to June 3rd. So if the Knicks win, they have 9 days to rest, and they can just chill and relax and watch, who's gonna get beat up between OKC and San Antonio. So that's my take on the Knicks and the Cleveland game.
The same thing what happened with Detroit. Detroit was up 3-0, and Cleveland came back and won it. I'm telling you, them guys, they have a different strategy with them. I see them winning tonight. I'm telling you, they're gonna. I don't know why. I don't see it's a sweep coming. Knicks ain't gonna win 11 games. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. No offense to the Knicks. I think that curse is gonna start to show up. Shout out to Evelyn Beretta's in the building. Say, hey, what's up, guys? Why High's also in the building too. Why High's also in the building. Says just Boston not in the tournament. No need to be hating on the Cavs. I mean, Boston. It's just that I don't like when it's the Eastern Conference Final. I don't like when it's like a sweep. I like when it's like competitive. What's going on in the West? It's good for ratings. It's good for everybody. Like it makes basketball more interesting. When you just have one-sided team like sweeping, it's just like the viewership goes down. So that's why I see the Cavs winning tonight. That's why I'm saying I see the Cavs winning tonight, because I don't think the NBA want no sweep. The NBA used mystical balls on the OKC on some. No, that went my next ball. No, the defense was.
They had an off-shooting game. They just had an off-shooting game. That's why.
Remember, you can't be perfect.
Lows. Exactly.
You can't be perfect, especially with a team like that, man. Go ahead, Hakeem. You were saying what you were saying, Hakeem?
No, I just commented already. I already know what my team is going to do. I think Wemby is going to be that superstar for the next 10 years.
And somebody said on Big Live, they say 82 is a so low for the NBA game. It is. I would say it's like it's something went off. It's the same thing with the Cavs game. It's the same thing. Like something's off when it comes to aspect of the coaching and also the leadership team. But they're gonna reboot because they're going back home. OKC's going back home tomorrow night. So it's gonna be like them going to 7. They're going back and forth. But the Cavs, I don't see the Cavs getting swept at their home court. I don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think James Harden is going to really step up tonight because I think the pressure's on him tonight, not really on Devin Mitchell. Not too much.
And if he don't show up, Ronnie,
they're going to get rid of him. I already know.
But the thing is, when they trade for him and the team had a talkie like extend his contract. But if they get swept, I don't think James Harden is going to get his contract extended. If that's the case, he might be going to another team. I just want to say that.
Yeah, but I see him stepping up tonight. He's gonna do the same thing he did in Detroit. He's just gonna shoot. He's just gonna shoot. That's what he's supposed to be doing anyway. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Evidence I'm with Ronnie on that one. Cavs winning tonight. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, go we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Someone being live say sweeping really kills the playoff vibe for real. That's what I'm saying. It kills the vibe. It makes nobody. I'm more excited to watch the OKC game in the Spurs game every single night. Everybody's glued in. When it's the Cavs and the Knicks, nobody cares, and that's bad. That's bad. That's not how NBA is supposed to be. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kid, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live, and also X. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Memorial Day. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day. Shout out to all the vets. Shout out to you, White High, because you did serve our country. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for always making sure that we are safe when it comes to the aspect of being in America. That's why I like being in America. Also, guys, you want to copy the Cal Culture Radio merch? Remember, link is pinned on top of the chat. You watch it through the mobile device. You'll see a small icon of a t-shirt or coffee mug. Click on it, and lead you guys right over to the merch. Don't be afraid. Become members today, because that's where you'll see our member-only exclusive content. Don't be afraid. Become members today. Best way to support the channel, of course, engagement. We love you when you guys engage, because we actually engage with you guys. Also, hit that like button, that share button, that notification bell on the right-hand side, super chat, and also cash out. Don't be afraid. Support. Yes, I agree. And if the playoff was more competitive, it would be more fun to watch. That was going on with the Spurs and the OKC game. We need to have more games like that, because it glues you in to the TV screen, and it does good for the business of the NBA. Moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about let's get into talk about the economy and talk about capitalism, which we have Dave Ramsey really talk about, get a deep dive with it. So he definitely talks about how it's important to look at the economic predictability when it comes into the future, when it comes to the economy, and also talk about the success of capitalism, because there's some people who does like capitalism and people that do not like capitalism. So we do have a little clip on this. So go ahead and play the clip from Dave Ramsey, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Or you don't know where to pull back and save up cash for the storm that's coming or whatever. And so if you can create a predictable environment, a law and order situation where regulations aren't pounding me, I've got freedom, then free enterprise will always flourish.
I want to talk about free enterprise. So you had a wonderful speech this morning where you talked about some concerns about this war on success, the war on capitalism. What do you tell the next generation that is really having this debate between capitalism and free markets versus big government socialism?
Well, in business, we learn to study patterns, and we learn to study best practices, meaning that we're going to look at a company that's doing something well, and we want to mimic that. And we look at a company that failed in something, and we want to mimic that. And the problem with the socialism discussion is you can't find a single example where it worked. It's just straight up stupid. It's academically ridiculous.
It's never worked.
It has never worked. And, I travel to these countries. I was in a foreign country the other day, and they said, we have free health care. And I said, it's not free, you idiot. Your taxes are 65% of your income. Right. Of course it's not free. And so this is, socialism is great. Margaret Thatcher said, until you run out of other people's money. And so we're just having to have this discussion. But the thing at the root of it is a spiritual thing where we've declared success to be evil or wealth building to be evil. And 89% of America's millionaires, that's 9 out of 10, by detailed airtight research, are first generation. They started with nothing and became a millionaire on their own. And so to tell them that they did something wrong is horrendous. It's a war on the word success. And so all of these small business guys in here that own heat and air companies or a veterinarian clinic or a healthcare thing, they're all in here pounding it, and they're winning, and then they're being shamed by some character who lives in his mother's basement with an iPhone that's $1,100 and says capitalism is bad.
Capitalism in this country is built AI. I think we're the leader. We're well ahead of China in terms of AI and the AI revolution. I want you to listen to a soundbite. I spoke to some other business leaders, and they felt mixed on if they were positive or not so positive on AI. Take a listen.
Sure.
Yep. So there you have it. David Rasby, talks about how capitalism works when it comes to people, making people happier. So that being said, fellas, we got to take up David Rasby to talk about how good capitalism is and how some people don't like it.
It's easy for somebody who's making $600 million to say that, and he doesn't have his boots to the ground. Capitalism works in certain points and it hurts other points. Some people have to suffer in the bottom so the top can eat. Now, if we have a society where there's a blend, a little bit of both, a little bit of capital, a little bit of socialism, because here's the thing: not everybody, not everybody wants to be a business person. Not everybody has the tenacity to be a business person. So imagine this: what are you going to do for those people who what are you going to do for those people who can't open up no business? What are you going to do for those people who need a job, who needs a career? Some people are okay working a 9 to 5, getting a pension, and going home and owning one home. Not a lot of people have this chase for this American dream. But this is a white American from Tennessee who, I don't know what his background is. He needs to travel a little bit more. Yes, certain places have universal health care. Yes, certain people, it's 65%, depending on how you base it. If the bottom right would just give a little to help the bottom little, it could work. It can be okay. But people, yes, we have an issue with capitalism because it only benefits one group of people. Anybody who gets to the top 10% and top 1%, while the others suffer. Because if you're not opening up a business, you're going to suffer. If you don't file business taxes, or if you don't know tax loopholes, you're going to suffer. W-2 people suffer. There's not that many tax loopholes for us. We get taxed, we pay tax, and we keep getting taxed. I'll land right there.
I disagree. I think it is a war on success. They make success look evil. They make success look like it's not able to obtain. When Jay Ramsey is actually correct. Most people that's wealthy, they started off from first generation. Their family worked hard at the steel mill during the industrial revolution. Then they end up becoming wealthy like they is now. See, the Rothschild, I used to bash the Rothschild a lot, but when you did research on the Rothschild, remember, them people was poor. They worked their way up. That's why they have generational wealth. The problem is, it was working class. We failed to realize how generational wealth is the only way for us to break down the curse of the generational curse. The problem is that we live in a society where they say, hey, everybody's equal. Everybody needs to make the certain amount of money. Everybody needs to have a certain amount of health care. No, the world doesn't work like that. You're going to have rich, you're going to have poor, then you have the middle. They're trying to eliminate the middle class to the point they say, hey, you're either going to be rich or you're going to have to be poor. I'd rather be on the rich side than actually on the poor side. Because when you're poor, you live in among you living pretty much on the hive nine, and you struggling to figure out when my next meal is gonna come from. But when you're rich, everything, my family's secure, my health care secure, generational wealth, no, I don't have anything to worry about. The problem is, I think they make success look evil, and that's one of the things I think we're facing in America is like, oh, the 1%, the 1%, 1%. But what about that guy that actually? Because I know a guy that actually working at my job, and he have multiple six figure. He's just working 9 to 5. But I know at the end of the day, he even told me at the end of the day, his family is secure. So when anything that happened, they set for life. We need to have the same concept. Nothing wrong. You don't have to create a business. I'm not telling anybody to go out there and create a business. Most businesses fail after the first 5 years, heading to 10 years. But at the same time,
So,
if you want to strive for like greatness, try to be great. Don't minimize yourself because of
so,
the 1%.
so, Ron, I understand that, but look at it from this point. There's nothing wrong with success. People who have dreams can solidify, but that's for the very few. A lot of us are not business owners. A lot of us are not scientists, engineers, or we created an app. Some of us are going to go work at Walmart. Some of us are going to flip burgers. Some of us are sous chefs. Some of us are this. You're not going to be rich. You're not going to have generational wealth. That's not going. And mind you, the definition of rich is very like obscure and it's loosely because a lot of people use the word so loosely, and you can define it the way you is, but we need to make sure that the lower 10% of people can still survive if the top 10% is making all the money?
When it comes for me, when I look at success, I don't think about a billionaire or a millionaire. I think of if you make the right amount of money for yourself or for your family to have a little bit have wageable, and also to invest into if you're in a career, if you in a work, invest into a 401k for 20 to 30 years, which I believe that still works. If you into stocks or bonds or anything like that, if you invest in that, that'll be very, very well. Because for me, I look, like I said, because I look at my family, there's some people that are doing good, and there's some people that are not doing good. But the thing is, when you work at these jobs, these Walmarts, Targets, McDonald's, and everything, these companies, if you go into these back rooms, there's companies that will give you free. If you want to go back to school, they'll give you free scholarships. Free scholarships. If you want to move up into the company, that's your choice. You want to move up to the company, because all these companies that you work at, I would say maybe I'm gonna say majority, but I'll say most companies, especially big private companies, they do have ways of you if you want to jump up, move up to the company to make more money. If you want to stay at minimum wage, and if you want to do what you want, that's up to you. But here in America, you have the option to change and make your life more better, to do anything you want to do. Especially all this, like I said, all the stuff we have, to help you out. We have AI that will help you out. Like I said, you have companies. If you want to move, if you want to get a degree or something like that, to get the money you need to move on to the next level, anything like that. There's ways of you to make to be wealthy. To get you to maybe not millionaire, but get you to this into the six figures, that that you can maintain life. And that when you get in your 50s and 60s, okay, I can retire and I have some so I can retire with, so I can live on into my golden years, anything like that. So when I think about this, capitalism and success, like I said, I don't think about the billionaire or millionaires. I think of, if you can make enough money to be in the six figure range, which this is how the economy's looking right now, and have them maintain your life until you retire. I think that's very, very successful. And then if you have kids and you can see that, and they can see that you being successful, and then you make sure you invest in them when it comes to in schooling or anything they want you to do. You have your kids back of like I said, they want to be if they want to be successful. Not saying they got to be a billionaire or millionaire, but having a good career for themselves where they can make a good amount of six figures, so they could be successful where in life as well. So, like I said, capitalism, I don't look like I said, I don't look at it as a bad thing for successful people. As long as you can maintain life and have something that you can have saved up once you retire, and then you have kids, something for your kids. To me, that's success for me.
Somebody said comment on Bingo Live, but why I said that why I said everyone can run a business. That's why labor jobs are available. Of course, I'm not saying everybody should be able to run a business. What I'm saying is everybody should strive to be successful. Don't just be like, oh, I'm just working
No,
9 to 5. I'm just gonna stay here, work my $9, $10, $15 an hour, and don't be like, oh, and cost of living is going up. People are complaining about the gas prices. People are complaining about fast food. People are complaining about things being expensive at the grocery store. Okay, it's time for you to make more money. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I'm working my 9 to 5, everything good. People are complaining about healthcare. Make more
Right.
money. That's why more money is available. That's why people are trying to do side jobs. Work at Uber Eats, DoorDash, because something inside of you is telling you to make more because you need to make more. Go ahead, can you
hey,
say something?
yes, I
Capitalism
am.
is not.
And let me tell you why I disagree. Look, capitalism is not a problem, but we need guardrails. I'll give you an example. London, Spain, France all have universal health care. They all have some sort of a community type based situation because they know not all of them are going to be able to make it. And when you say this, you are 100% right. People should strive, but what if you were in Biloxi, Mississippi, and there's only two Dollar Generals that you can work at, and that's all you can get?
Well, we got Family Dollar. You trust me. There's a
No,
Family Dollar on the street.
and, and,
You
and
can't.
I get that, but
You're making
and I get
excuses.
where you're coming from. It's
You're
not
making
making excuses.
excuses to
It's
stay
not making
poor.
excuses.
That's
I'm saying this: the people who are making the most money, who are sucking up the most money, and I'm not talking like a socialist. I say I don't have I don't have an issue with free enterprise. I don't have an issue with people opening businesses. But the problem is there's a lot of people getting mega rich, and there's still going to be hundreds of thousands of people who are going to work regular. And we're talking about people who coming like the army. And we're talking about a lot of these guys. A lot of army vets, a lot of army people don't make 100K. Not a lot of people are going to see $100,000. Most of these cities we're talking about, people on average make 30 to 40,000 at most. 60 and 50 is another thing if you got two jobs. But the thing is,
exactly why the army is always hiring plus free education. Now, most of the people that's in the army, they'll tell you they have free housing, free care. I did something wild, and at the end they leave them on their own, which I already say I think that's wrong. They shouldn't be leaving them on their own because they serve the country, making sure we're safe, especially on Memorial Day. They make sure we're safe. However, there is time where the army do give them like a monthly check. I don't know why you correct me if I'm wrong. They get monthly check. Some of them used to get weekly check. They choose what they want to do with it. To me, like Jordan said, you can invest. There's stuff you can do with that money. You don't have to need that tax dollar. And remember, they don't get tax off.
But Ron, that monthly check they get is not even enough. Ron, that monthly check don't get enough. You know how many? No, Ron. Investing, a lot of people don't even know investing. You know how many vets are in the street who gets a check? You know how many vets?
A lot of them are dealing with mental health. We already know.
Yeah.
A lot of them are dealing with mental. I would say they shouldn't leave them on their own. And I'm against that. They should have the help.
Okay.
They serve the country and stuff like that.
You see what you just did?
What happened?
You see what they just did? You sound like a socialist just now. They
already serve the country. They already serve. Remember, they benefit us. Of course, I'm saying you're gonna look out for them. They benefit us, but I'm talking about a normal person that go to work a 9 to 5 who choose not to pay his taxes, who choose not to invest his money, who choose. Remember, everything's a choice. Who choose not to get up and go to work, who choose not to have a better living for their family. Because there's people that say, "Oh, I'm working hard for my family," but if you go home, they home playing video game or they're watching YouTube all day. They're not doing nothing to strive for greatness. That's my thing. Capitalism make you strive for greatness. You like, okay, I see Warren Buffett. Man, one day I want to be like Warren Buffett. Let me see what he do so I can mimic, so I can be like Warren Buffett. Or I can be like a Jeff Bezos. Or I can be like an Elon Musk. Or I can be like a Dave Ramsey. Stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. It gives you that good feeling.
Or if you don't get there, Ronnie, if you got kids, prepare your kids for that as well.
Correct. Thank you.
I disagree with both of y'all. I disagree with both of y'all. You got to look at life from another lens. I'm going to tell you something. The biggest recipient of welfare is white people. And then when you go to places like New York City, and you know who on welfare over there, and it's documented, and I don't know the numbers, but there's a lot of Hasidic Jews who they say is supposed to be the richest. You got to understand something. People get over on the system. So when I'm saying that we need guardrails, make sure Medicaid is beefed up, and make sure it's expanded for people who have.
And then you talk about socialists. Keep it in mind, socialists is not for you. You keep it. Said they're not for you. It's for them. Like the white. It's not for you. It's for the white.
I understand that, but here's the thing.
It's not for you. It's for them.
Listen, this is why we need a base of capitalism with a blend of socialism, where we have a system to protect the less fortunate.
They're not going to protect you. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to protect you.
But that we need to change. We need to change.
They're not gonna look out for you. That's what people say. They're not gonna look out for you. They're gonna look out for them. They're gonna look out for their people. But I'm saying for us as Black community as a whole, we need to strive to become great, so we don't have to depend on them. We don't have to depend on anybody. We can depend on ourselves. And that's why I love my capitalism.
And to me, you don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but if you get into the 6-figure range, if you win these southern states, if you can get to the 6-figure range, that makes you a wealthy person. Yes. If you in big cities, if you in the mid 6-figure range, you can be a wealthy person. If you can't get to there, make sure you pass it to your kids so they can get there, because you definitely want your kids to be better than you. I'll just say this, like when my father, he passed away, I did way better thing. I did way better. I'm a way better man than he thought I would ever be. And that stuff that I did, I'm definitely gonna pass it to my, like I said, my daughter. She can be better than me, and like I said, she's going. I'm pass her the torch so she could do great things, and that's what we gotta do in the black community. Keep passing the torch and everything. You can't help. Can you help everybody? No. Can you help? Help some people if they want help? Yes, but they got to take the help. But if you can't help somebody, the people that's in your family, you help out, and you just pass the torch right there.
Thank you. Why to you? Hakeem, the money you talking about went to illegal immigrants. I'm saying it's not gonna benefit. That's why I get frustrated. It's not gonna benefit the black community. It goes to other people. That's why I want black people to strive for greatness. Strive for greatness, because when you depend on yourself, that's the whole point of capitalism. When you depend on yourself, you don't have to worry about the nation.
No. I disagree with you. The top percent of black people. The top percent of black people need to make sure the bottom percent of blacks are okay. So the billion and trillionaires of niggas need to make sure the niggas in Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama are straight. We need guardrails. We need expanded Medicare. We need Social Security expanded so they can be taken care of. We need to make sure Mighty Soul, who's selling fruit on the side of the road, is taken care of, unless he pays taxes.
Taken care of. We talking about the black people ain't getting taken care of. They are getting taken care of. Most of the money went to illegal immigrants. That's Melly Soul. That's the one you're talking about. They are getting taken care of. But
No.
We tend to suffer. I'm telling you, we tend to suffer because we are afraid of success. And I mean, success don't automatically mean dollar amount. Success means like strive for greatness. We stay at the bottom toe because we are taught to be at the bottom. And I'm saying, no, strive to be great. Strive to come up. Try to be on top. The same Jesus you serve that's supposed to be high and top, all God Almighty, that's how you're supposed to be thinking. That same type of level
And when I'm talking about helping, like I said, like the young employees I work with, that the knowledge that I didn't have when I was working at grocery, I definitely give them the knowledge of what you got to do early, and you start with that.
Exactly.
And like I said, if they don't take it, that's fine. But they know, but like I said, they know you've been in the company for 10, 15, 20 years, and you know how to, like, if you come to the 401k to how to save your money and everything, they're gonna listen.
We're tired of black people getting
hey,
they use that. That's why I was mad at NAACP, because they use the poorness of black mind state, because they know that we think of ourselves as low. We know us think of ourselves as high, and that's why we keep us at the bottom. And it's like, no, we have to change that whole mindset. The only way for us to change that mindset, Hakeem, is to get in the mindset of capitalism. I'm sorry. Socialism is good. In some way, it is good. I think you should look out for people that can't really look out for themselves. But at the same time, you gotta still strive to be greatness, because it's sad we live in America and half of the people don't even have $100 to their bank account. Like, share, and subscribe.
That's because America's squeezing us dry. Like, share, and subscribe.
No, because we have a spending addiction problem. We don't know how to save money. We don't know how to invest. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we go live each and every day at 7 o'clock. He said, hold up. Somebody, we got 2 comments from Bigo Live before we go and say, wait, you say most of the money went to illegal immigrants. That's why. That is a fact. You can look it up. Most of the money under the Biden administration, most of the money went to the legal immigrants. It didn't go to the quote unquote black community who voted for Joe Biden to win the old election. So that just show you that that's one way you can look that up. Also, Jungle say something about you want it was something Jungle said. People was getting into this one. Give me 1 second. Jungle said some. Damn, Jungle, I don't see your comment. But Jungle, pretty much, he asked a question because Hakeem was saying something about financial security. So Hakeem, he said, one, I remember somewhat, Jungle, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He asked you a question. He said, so you telling me someone working at, I think he said Walmart or Family Dollar, they're going to have security? That what you saying, Hakeem? He was asking a question.
Yes, they will have security. Imagine this. If you work at Walmart 30 years and you're a stocker, you're paying taxes, right? You're taking taxes to put into Social Security. So every year, everybody gets a paper where it tells you what percentage you have for Social Security. If you beef up Social Security and make sure that it's remodified to take care of that bottom, because listen here, if you invest in stocks and bonds, you're going to be okay. But a lot of these guys who that, if we can beef up Social Security for the guys who are working at Walmart, who are paying taxes, and by the time they retire at 62, because all they have is to go apply for Social Security benefits. This is what most people live on. So you get, and at least these guys can get $2,000 a month or $2,500 a month. That'll go a long way from a person who's getting 600. There's some ladies who I know, because you got to remember, I used to work for a company that dealt with people with Social Security. There's some people who are only getting $700 a month, and they got to rely on OTC benefits to eat. Why are we not beefing up Social Security to take care of these people and make the rich pay a little bit? A little bit. Make capitalism pay a percentage more to cover the bottom. The economy is going to just flourish a little more. Because you want to know why? The more money the bottom half has to spend on food, gadgets, and stuff, the more money the capitalists make. The more money these people can go get their hair done. A man who's 70 can go get his hair cut at a barber shop. He couldn't afford it. But if he can't afford it, how are you going to survive it? Haircuts are $100 goddamn dollars. Where somebody 76 is going to afford that? I land right there.
Jordan, somebody comment on what you say, and they say, wait, you say most, no, sorry, that's either, it was one about something you said. It was something about, they asked you, not everybody, there's a comment you made, they said not everybody want to move up at their job. I don't know, you want to comment on that one.
But if you don't move up, that's up to you. You're going to stay at that minimum wage level. Don't be crying for the city, and don't be crying for the state to say, hey, we need to raise minimum wage. No, that's not what happened. If you want to stay where you are, stay where you are. If you want to make more money, go into the back to the back room of your lunch or back room of your store, whatever you are working at. There's like I say, if you want to move up, there's applications in the back. If you want to go back to school, they'll help you get money to go back to school, get your degree and everything. That's up to you. If you want to stay at minimum wage, that's fine. You're gonna be staying at your studio or apartment or wherever you're staying at and be comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable to order to move up. You got to have a feeling of be uncomfortable, because you don't have a feeling of be uncomfortable, that means you're not gonna do anything. And being uncomfortable is a great thing to feel. There's nothing wrong to be feeling uncomfortable.
Well, I say, according to President Trump, illegal immigrants will be receiving Social Security also. And Hakeem, someone asked you a question and say, wait, so Walmart workers don't get Social Security?
No, they do get Social Security. The ones who they do, because everybody, listen, anybody who goes punch in and you pay United States taxes, you're gonna get a Social Security at the end when you meet that age of retirement. So what I'm saying is this: beef up Social Security, give them a little bit more money. Because I'm telling you, I worked with elderly people and they're barely surviving. And you're wondering, just like how the guys say, not everybody wants to go up. Somebody is okay mopping floors. That's all they want to do. We're not going to criticize them. But if we can, as an American society, at least give them the basics: good health care, Social Security, because they paid into the pot for the last 30 years. What's wrong with giving them a little bit extra so they can survive?
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this Memorial Day. Moving along to hip-hop. Hip-hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip-hop news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's go over the weekend. So there was a fight that Ray J was in, and also he was in a fight with what's his name? I'm bad. He was in a fight with Super Hot Fire during a live boxing match, and Ray J was he got really got knocked out when it comes to this fight. So we do have a clip all over the fight this weekend. So go ahead and play the clip.
I was playing. I told you.
But I think he's doing this for like Chuck.
I felt it.
That was it right there. That was it right there. But yeah, man, it
Shout
was
out to
like I said.
you.
But after that, man, what's your guys' take over the fight this weekend? I know or if you seen the highlight.
I see the highlight. I think it was very funny. Shout out to Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is doing something totally different. I think a lot of people should learn from him when it comes to aspect. He said, you know what? It's good. Let's make some money. The great way to make some money, let's get celebrities together and let's have a celebrity match. And it'll be all fun, all entertainment. It was this thing that shout out to Lethal Shooter. It's just his gym with Martin like being passed. I'm like, where he's at? But it's true. But after the fight, I saw the commentary. Ray J made a commentary say the fight wasn't supposed to go like that. The guy wasn't supposed to hit him that hard. But he hit the Ray J. I don't even think he knew where he was at. But I told somebody, fighting takes a lot of work. Not everybody can jump in the ring. It takes time for these guys to be boxers. Not everybody can do it. I'm sorry. Not even me. It takes time to be a professional boxer because you see that the endurance, the speed, the power, and you got to be in shape. Ray J looked like he was winded, but it was funny. Shout out to Eddie Ross, man.
You're talking about somebody who doesn't work out, who drinks liquor, eat fried foods, and fuck and just having sex all day. How he's gonna get in the ring to fight somebody that's training? I expect Ray J to get knocked out. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering why he didn't get knocked out quicker. As much liquor in his body, you should have slapped him and knocked him out. So I thought it was a good fight.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, Ronnie, because of Aiden Ross. I like how he gets celebrities together to do like a boxing match. And when it comes to Ray J, he before that he was talking that stuff, and then Super Hot Fire, he just had a good clean hit on him. After that, he didn't know where he was at. That's when he fell out and everything. So yeah, man, just like I said, I won't be surprised Ray J won't be a mean like we see with the Martin Little Mean that we have right here. Because man, Super Hot Fire, he knocked him just a clean hit, a really, really clean hit. He knocked him out of his miseries. But yeah, man, I'm definitely excited. Hopefully we'll see more fights that what Aiden Ross is gonna put out over the weekend. But yeah, man, it was Super Hot Fire. Ray J, really, duke it out and be cool after that. It was really, really cool. But yeah, man, Ray J, man, this should be the last fight right here for sure.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that continue to watch us all across the board. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kid, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live, and also X. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Memorial Day. Also, guys, you want to call the KR Culture Radio merch. Remember, link is pinned on top of the chat. Watching through the mobile device, you'll see a small icon of a t-shirt or coffee mug. Click on it. It'll lead you guys right over to the merch. Don't be afraid. Become members today because that's where you'll find out members only exclusive content. And not only that, we're working on other new things. So guys, be on the lookout for that too as well. So be on the lookout. KR Culture Radio are doing big things in 2026. Not only that, best way to support the channel, you already know, hitting the like button, that share button, that notification bell on the right-hand side. Also, engagement. Great way to help the platform, and also Super Chat and the Cash App. Moving along to tech. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of tech news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about Google. So Google is really taking things to the next level. Last week, we talked about how they're coming out with partner with Samsung and glasses. But they also doing things like having a AI agent called Gemini Spark, and also have things when it comes to doing flow music, and also having a partnership with OpenAI. So we do have a clip of new things that Google is coming out. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Sights and sounds of Google I/O. It's an annual conference showcasing how the tech giant is harnessing AI across every aspect of its business, from smart glasses to health trackers, even helping you build a video game from scratch just by talking to it. Google also announced a partnership with OpenAI to detect what's real and what isn't, as the company releases its most powerful and lifelike generative AI model yet. Here's our Nathan Russo-Smith.
And hello to everyone watching from around the world. What excited you so much about today?
Oh my God, where do I begin? So many exciting announcements today. I mean, first of all, the fact that there are 900 million people coming to Gemini every month is like extremely exciting.
Introducing Gemini Spark. It's your personal AI agent that helps you navigate your digital life.
We heard a lot about agentic AI, and it seems to be something that Google is really leaning in on.
Yeah, think of agentic as Gemini can do things for you while you do something else.
Keep a list of who's bringing what. Remember to email those neighbors who haven't signed up yet.
I'm excited to announce Gemini Omni, our new model that can create anything from any input.
You can create a character, you can give them a name. Her name is Jazz. So this is Jazz riding a bicycle. But we want to change something. We want a cute dog in the basket. You don't have to totally recreate the video. You don't have to roll the prompt dice. You can just ask the model, add a dog to the basket.
As generative AI gets better, so does the need for greater transparency. Research shows people can correctly identify high-quality deepfake videos only about a quarter of the time. For example, this image was making the rounds on social media last year. It's obviously fake. I don't eat hamburgers.
AI can make these amazing images that look really realistic.
Even more realistic now with what you just unveiled.
Yeah, so Synth ID is this technology that's inside the image. So it can't be cropped out, but you can ask Gemini or Google search and it will tell you if an image is AI. And so OpenAI has signed up that they'll use that same technology.
Our next up.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, Google, they keep coming out with a lot of AI tech when it comes to this year and next year, and really try to compete with Apple. So, with that being said, though, what do you guys take on other Google investments when it comes to AI that Google is doing when it comes to coming out this year and next year?
Did we lose Joaquin? All right. With the situation with AI, like they say, AI gonna continue to advance over a long period of time. It's just showing that AI is just getting better. Google's on a whole different world right now. They're doing something that's very, very creative. And now that is also very alarming because now since they upgraded the image, anybody can put out any fake images, and that's gonna probably be mad because it might destroy marriages. It might create fake news. A lot of things can happen, but hopefully. Now, like they say, they gonna continue to advance to the point that you're able to crop out the image, put it under the Google search on AI, and it'll let you know if it's fake or if it's real or not. Especially the situation that happened over there at the White House, which we won't talk about shortly. But it's to show you that the power of AI is going to continue to advance. So it's just it's here, folks. It's here.
Yeah, man, I love what Google is doing right now. They're really taking things to the next level. When it comes to their phones, AI, glasses that we talked about last week, they're just really standing strong on how they're when it comes to technology, they're trying to be the number one company, not just America in the world and everything. And like I said, I'm a big fan of Google. I will be, like I said, I do have a Google phone, and I will, like I said, when it comes to the new Gemini Spark, how the stuff the tech stuff that they're seeing, I'm definitely interested in that. And yeah, man, Google just take things to a different level, man. And I'm proud of Google, and I'm proud of being a Google phone owner as well. So shout out to Google.
Go ahead, you can speak. I don't know if he's still there. I think he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I think he had technical difficulties with the service.
Man, we hate on and then Hakeem can come and do his commentary on his thoughts on the AI. Main topic on today's show. So there was a shooting going on at the White House. Jordan, what's going on with that one, big dog?
Yeah, man, crazy things going around. Around, like I said, around the U.S. president, and now we see there was gunshots heard over the weekend outside of White House, and reported rushed to the briefing. Reported, it was people rushed to the briefing room, and it was identified as I believe a 21-year-old male who said who called himself Jesus. and we see everything this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago about where they had like that ballroom party where Donald Trump was there and they was trying somebody to assassinate him. Now we have this situation. So we do have a clip on this. I'll go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
To Madeline Rivera in Washington on the shooting outside the White House yesterday. Maddie, what can you tell us?
Hi, good morning, guys. So this happened around 6 p.m. local time. So for those that don't know, that's usually around the time that correspondents at the White House are preparing for their evening live shots. So many of them actually heard the shots, and some of them scrambled to the ground for cover. The White House was placed on lockdown for nearly an hour. A Secret Service spokesperson says a person came to the checkpoint near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, and per their preliminary investigation, they say as the man walked up, he took a gun from his bag and began firing at officers. The Secret Service, they shot back and hit the suspect, who later died at a local hospital. Multiple sources now tell Fox News Digital the suspect was identified as 21-year-old Nazir Best from Maryland. Best allegedly had multiple run-ins with the Secret Service and had a history of mental health issues. He was reportedly detained by Secret Service on June 26 last year for flagging down agents and making threats, and again the next month for entering a restricted area. President Trump was at the White House when this happened, but he was not affected. The president later reacting onto social, saying this: "Thank you to our great Secret Service and law enforcement for the swift and professional action taken this evening against a gunman near the White House who had a violent history and possible obsession with our country's most cherished structure. The gunman is dead after an exchange of gunfire with Secret Service agents near the White House gates." This event is 1 month removed from the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting and goes to show how important it is for all future presidents to get what will be the most safe and secure space of its kind ever built in Washington, D.C. The president there appearing to refer to the White House ballroom. White House aide Stephen Chung says the president continued working through the evening, posting, "It's 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday night, and President Trump is still in the Oval Office working hard for the American people. He's simply one of one."
Yeah, man, crazy things going. Like I said, going now. When it comes to Donald Trump, people try to take Donald Trump out. So with that being said, fellas, the guys take on this.
Yeah, I think this is crazy. This is crazy time when you have people that are trying to take out Donald Trump, and this is just crazy that we continue to do stories like each and every time people are trying to take out Donald Trump. So it's a story that he needs security. He need that ballroom, and he need that ballroom ASAP. That's the only way he feel safe. He's gonna feel safe. But I'm just more concerned about the president because remember he's doing that event with the UFC fight that's about to get ready to drop in front of the White House, and the security risk is at this point he better have high security to the point that American tax dollars can pay for. But this is just getting out of hand. Go ahead, Akeem. This is getting way out of hand.
So I want to tell you that the American society has failed Nazir. His family had failed Nazir. And I'm talking before this incident. He has, I don't know why they say a person with a violent history and he has suffered from mental health. Usually when you suffer from mental health, you get vacoracted. And the point is we need more laws to cater and help these guys who are losing their mind. This wasn't no lone wolf. This wasn't a Chinese spy or a Russian agent. This was a black guy from Maryland who probably grew up hard, suffered from some sort of mental illness because they said he suffered from mental illness and they labeled him as a lone gunman. I bet you the man barely had, I don't even think the man had a bank account. So, yes, you're going to have a lot of these. I'm not saying there's not crazy people who's not going to be after the president, but this guy here was somebody who suffered from mental illness, and God bless his soul.
Yeah, man. Like I said, how the counties might look for the summertime, we might have more people with mental illness, Hakeem and Ronnie. And if that's the case, we might see more people start to go see where Donald Trump is at, start attacking him. If he's at the White House, if he's in another state, another city. But like I said, this just happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about this before. And how does it look right now? It might get worse. I won't be surprised we'll see another attacker try to get Donald Trump maybe a couple weeks from now till then. And it's getting crazy out here. It's definitely getting crazy out here. and I'm not saying it's gonna be another a black man. It might be another white man. It might be an Hispanic man. It might be an Asian American man. We'll see. We won't see a lot of people really get depressed, really get stressed out, which would have felt a mental illness, and if they think it's gonna be Trump's fault, and they're gonna try to take him out. And yeah, man, because this is what we're seeing right now, and like I said, I thought we was done with this a couple weeks ago, but unfortunately we're not. We're talking about it again, so this is definitely not gonna be the last time, and we might see another situation like this, coming up into the summertime. So yeah, man, people, like I said, when it comes to mental health, please get some help. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that. Just get some help. I know the economy's not doing well right now, but stay strong together, and it's just try to do your best out there.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that continue to rock with us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live, and also X. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Memorial Day. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in, because you guys start your day, especially on Memorial Day with KL Culture Radio. We appreciate you guys so very much. Shout out to you guys that continue to rock with us. Shout out to you guys. Even though, shout out to all you guys, especially with the engagement. Thank you guys so very much. You guys listen. That's what matters. And hopefully y'all listening to this one too. If y'all want to cop the KL Culture Radio merch, remember, link is put on top of the chat. If you watch it through the mobile device, you'll see a small icon of a t-shirt or a coffee mug. Click on it and lead you guys right over to the merch. TikTok, Bingo Live. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm trying to figure out how to do it so I can pin it on there so you guys can just click on it and lead you guys to the merch too. I'm trying to figure that one out. Until I figure it out, you guys got to come on the YouTube side. I put it in the chat already. You got to come to YouTube. That's just hit a link, click on it, and it should lead you guys right over to the merch. Also, guys, don't be afraid to become members today, because that's where you'll find majority of our live stream and also exclusive member-only content. We got some things cooking up, especially in this summertime, so be on the lookout for that one. Best way to support the channel, of course, hitting that like button, that share button, that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Super chat and also cash out. Don't be afraid. Support. Also, go to KL Culture Radio Community Post on YouTube. That way you can find important information like Prince That Came new book, Black and Rich, out right now. So go ahead, click on it. It's over there on the community tab on the YouTube page. So if guys, if you're not, I'm talking to people on Bingo Live and TikTok, you gotta go come on YouTube. So you gotta go be able to see the Rich and Black. That's out now. So you gotta go ahead and comment. Shout out to Broadway Fat for that one, man. He doing his thing, man. Hakeem's doing his thing. Now, y'all two are two different equals, so I try to do it. I can't bring y'all together. Broadway Fat album's out now. Y'all guys are gonna see a QR code right here. Scan it with your phone and lead you guys right over to that album. Like always, guys, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. We really do greatly appreciate you guys on this Memorial Day. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. Have some hot dog. Have some fun. There's some NBA going on right now between the Cavs and the Knicks. Just go ahead and check it out, and let's see if they get swept tonight. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. We over and out. Peace.
And I hope you're rocking with me. Check it. Not so long ago, I used to be young and dumb, hanging on the block with older dudes who were packing guns. Told me never talk, and get your money, son. Still feeling for life, they're asking what I'm running from. Court cases, indictments, tricking on a white trick. Black girls are mad, they never knew I was like this. Put money before my chick, how could you write this? Had the streets on lock, something like a vice grip. Spent a couple grand on the whips from the dealership. Intoxicated by the limelight, they said I'm full of shit. They never stepped to the king. Been on some gorilla shit, lost sight on what I'm here for. Trying to get filthy rich, memories from the ghetto. Feeling like a kid, hanging at the corner mall with my nigga Mike and Chris. Used to wild out fish fights with them rival kids. Now we are older, most of us is raising kids. Feel like I stunt my growth, haven't grown it is. My dreams taller than my sight. Go ahead and throw a pitch. They say the nigga moving too fast, I need to slow a bit. If I ain't doing it for me, I might as well quit. Life is what you make it, trying to find where you fit. Never trust a pretty hoe, she'll make you lose your shit. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights, hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights. Hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights. Hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights. Hope you brothers find your peace. I know they love me, but they hate my crew. They wanna do me like Judas did Jesus. Ooh, now what Broadway gon' do? Crash out like YNs in the summer groove. Shootouts got them scared to come out and speak a boo. And if I'm mad enough, I might fuck my ops boo. Life ain't easy, how you make your boy is kinda cool. You could fuck a chick on the same day, cause cash rules. Why should I follow the rules when others don't? White boys getting over on niggas, you missed the point. Life got me feeling so dizzy, I smoke a joint. Holes in my pocket, lost more than fucking coins. Withdraw some hate, deposit love is fake. Got broke, so a nigga moved out of the state. Trying to find my way, but I found my fate. God told me work hard, eat off his plate. Until we meet again, brother, you better get it straight. Until we meet again, brother, you better get it straight. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights, hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights, hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights, hope you brothers find your peace. Young and wild, trying to make it out the heat. Florida nights, hope you brothers find your peace. I gave you everything I can give. I ain't got no more to give. It's hot out here, I'm broke, ain't no jobs. The economy messed up. The YNs is loose. I'm just trying to survive day by day, baby. Trying to survive day by day.